Okay guys, so basically I've just finished work. It's like 7 p.m. now. Okay, and yeah, I'm going to the gym in the evening today on Fridays. Sometimes I do this on a Friday because it's kind of chill. In the evenings it's not busy at all. It's quite cool. But yeah, let's go. And I'm gonna drive. We're gonna do another drive with me kind of video. I say kind of, but we definitely are. Yeah, let's do this. But yeah, as you probably know by the title now of this video, I've titled it, it's a bit of a different kind of take. Now, I've titled it the problem with having, I don't know what I've actually titled it, so future me would have to let me know, but basically it's something along the lines of the problem of having too many friends. Now that when I actually say this out loud, it sounds super arrogant, but honestly, if you know me, I'm really not an arrogant kind of person, but I don't really know how else to put it. I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube where it's I don't know, it's like lonely videos, which I think definitely is a massive problem. Definitely not saying it isn't. I think it's quite a problem where, fair enough if you want to speak about that on camera on YouTube, because you have to be brave to just kind of admit that. But also I think it's quite inspiring because who knows, you're definitely hitting other people that also feel the same way. One sec. Yeah, so it's quite cool, how you can really kind of acknowledge someone else maybe that's going through that as well. This is weirdly similar, but it's also the polar opposite, because I've not really seen many YouTube videos with this kind of title. So maybe maybe only a couple people can only relate to this, but I just thought I'd share it because it's something that's personally I have gone through, but also am going through that kind of, because well, let me just explain. So by nature I would not say I am an extroverted person. I really, oh god, here we go. The problem with not having an actual stand on this camera, this is what's, yeah, oh well, I hope you can see me, because if you can't then I'm kind of screwed. But yeah, by nature I wouldn't say I'm an extroverted person. Actually, I did the 16 personality thing, the test, and I'm more introverted than I am. Oh god, sorry guys. I'm more introverted than I am extroverted. But I do have quite a good balance between the both, but I am more so on the, I'm basically an INFP, I think, yeah. It's the speed bumps. Alright, okay, here we go. Yeah, so basically what I want to say is I've not really had too much struggle making friends. I'd say how do I explain this? When I was a kid, I guess, I basically moved around a lot as a kid, so I never really went to one school, and yeah, that never really happened to me, especially for primary school. So basically, if you're American watching this, primary school is, I think that's elementary school, yeah, and then you got middle school, high school and stuff. So yeah, elementary school I moved around 5 times, so I went to 5 different primary schools, which is quite crazy. So I'd make a friend, a best friend or a good couple of friends, then the next year I'm on a different school. Yeah, so I moved around quite a bit, moved up and down the country. So by that nature, I felt it was kind of easy for me to move on from people, which is not necessarily a good thing. In fact, I don't think it is a good thing. But yeah, but when middle school or secondary school hit, or I never had this problem with the camera before. Yeah, when middle school, secondary school hit, then it became a lot more stable because I only went to basically one school. But it was still limited because like you don't really go to like you don't really meet people outside of school that much, or at least I didn't. So I do have my like core group of friends who I'm still friends to this day. So like that's quite cool. But when you go to like uni as well, I feel like uni is amazing, to be honest. I know a lot of people didn't have the best experience. I think for uni, because it's such a big topic, I'll make another separate topic on a video on that. But personally for me, I really enjoyed uni. I really liked my experience. But it's definitely subjective that. But I found it quite easy to make friends with people. I joined a lot of societies. I also had like a cool like group of friends where I'm really close to this day. You know, we basically go on holiday together. We see each other, like everyone, like pretty much I saw them like last week. So it's not too bad, but I met a lot of people and I did make a lot of friends at uni. But there is a bit of a drawback to that because once you finish uni, and I finished last year, so now it's officially been just over a year when I've graduated or when I've finished uni. It's very difficult to keep in contact with people because a lot of people don't necessarily live near each other, so you're not going to see them like you did when you were at uni anymore, which is quite sad. But I need to like sort this out. I swear I never had this problem before. So yeah, it's quite difficult, and I feel like I don't know if it's an attachment style, but I can let go of people very easily, but it doesn't mean that like I've I can, if I don't really speak to someone, I don't know if I'll make the effort that much. I mean, that sounds really bad, but unless they're like very close, it's so difficult because there are other priorities. Okay, what I'm really saying here just sounds horrible, but I'm actually just being truthful here. Like, especially when you're working, everything's so busy, so it's difficult to kind of make the time. And I just think it's kind of sad because like you sort of like drift apart with people, especially some people that you were really close with. Now this can be at uni, this can be at school, like wherever, but I just feel like it's quite a common theme when you're growing up, when you're getting older. You just tend to like not really have that kind of friendship, that connection that you once did when you were younger. And I think it's only just gonna go like get worse, as in like, yeah, I don't know, that's what I think, but I don't really want it to be like that, definitely. But it's difficult. The problem with having too many friends is that you then have to like start to allocate time, because like I've got friends that were from certain societies, or like from my course, or like from where I lived with, or like from back home, or like from work. So there's just a bunch of like random people. I mean, I wouldn't say random, but like a bunch of people in different groups that you kind of have to, you feel pressured to cater towards, or like you feel pressured to, you have to see them because you haven't seen them in ages. I just think it's a bit hard to do that, to be honest. And I feel like having a small group of friends is the best way forward, it is the best way because first of all, there's obviously like less having to like make plans with a lot of people at the same time, but also it kind of means that you have to kind of select those people that you know share the same values that you share. Also the people that you can definitely trust So there's a lot of things in that. I'm fortunate though, because like not everyone can say they have a lot of friends, but having a lot of friends doesn't mean you're like necessarily happy, because like I said, like it's the quality over quantity any day of the week. Like I would 100% rather have one really good friend than 100 average friends, you know? Like that's a given, because I was going to reference 21 Savage, but ride for you, but nah, that's probably the worst reference I can make. Nah, that's what I just wanted to say. But as we grow older, we will lose that friendship. But a wise person once told me, oh, I mean, they're still here, so I mean that's good. Yeah, it's about, some people are there for a season, others are there for a reason, and it's quite crazy, because I feel like when you're this age, we kind of go through just a lot of change. I mean, I'm still young, I'm still 23, so I'm still going through a lot of like change. I'm just gonna alright. And also like just a lot of growing that needs to be done, still go through that. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I just want to say, like, it's okay to have too many friends, but if you do feel like it's hard to keep up, then you know you're not the only one. I feel like it's definitely very difficult to make plans, and it is. I think the saddest point about this is basically looking back and like you just being like, oh wait, that person used to be a big part of my life, and now like we barely even speak, you know? Like that's probably the saddest thing for me, knowing that like that I've had so many like amazing people, amazing friends, but unfortunately parked a bit close. Unfortunately, like, you know, you're not going to stay friends with everyone all the time, or for like forever. I mean, if you do, that's like, wow, well done, fair enough. Because I do have, should I keep the light on? Yeah, I do have friends who I'm still friends with for like over, what year is it now? 23. Yeah, for like 10 years or even more. But then I've also got friends who I've only been friends with for a year, and honestly, it's not really about the length of time, in my opinion. It's more about the quality of the friendship. I think the saddest bit, like when you do kind of drift away, is just having that, like, the memories. But honestly, it is about, like, it's not really about the whole drifting away. Sometimes it's just about it's a learning experience, but it's also like you were happy then, you know, like that part of you at that stage and that point in time, you were like, you had a really good time with that friend. So, you know, nothing is permanent, you know, so, but you can have that experience that is long lasting, if that makes sense. I don't know if that does, but to me, it does. Yeah, I just think, yeah, just like you're going to meet people now at this point in time, but then maybe in 6 months' time, a year time, 2 years, 5 years, just the way that you've met other friends before. So like, enjoy the ride, man. Enjoy the ride and be grateful for that. Anyway, I hope this video wasn't too long. If you did get to this part of the video, comment. Let's comment potassium chloride. Don't ask me why. It's super random. Just put KCl. That's it. Take care. Goodbye.